All right, cool. Looks like we're up, folks. So where do I start? Well, yesterday we were taking a look at WebAssembly, getting that set up for A-star pathfinding. So we might dig into that a little bit. The other thing that I'm wanting to do is work on my portfolio, which exists inside of this virtual world that you see. As some of you know that watch this, there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes here. This is how my scenes and cameras and stuff and code share all works is through this world, webrtc. Another thing we're going to look at, a little change of pace, is looking at Claude for code. So we're going to pull that down. I've just kind of been on a little journey with someone 20 years developing software with my fingers, seeing how we can use AI to basically amplify what we're already doing over here. All right, with that out of the way. Oh, I wish you could see how pathetic this dog is. He's scared of a fan. Come on. Church. He's scared of everything. Okay, that's what we got going on, folks.
How's my favorite coder doing here?
Hello, Susie Cat. How are you doing? I am hanging in there. Tonight we're checking out Claude Code, which is kind of interesting. Getting a bit fed up of seeing all these folks using stuff, so we're gonna give it a go ourselves and see what wee bit of experience brings to the table with such a tool. Get the bloody thing to sign in. Why didn't it read your comment out here?
LOL hello and testing chat readout.
Alright, you should have it now. Okay.
What's you run in Docker right now?
It's a great question. Let's take a look. So I'm running RTMP server implementation, Nginx, reverse proxy, MongoDB, and my server, WebSocket server that powers this whole chat that we're using right now. So, and then we have code injector, which is just responsible for pulling the latest version of the client code and dumping it into the browser. I like that question. That was good. That's not talking about servers, that's what's running on my local. All right. What about you? What are you running in Docker?
Can we run nextjs or React in Docker?
You can definitely run nextjs in Docker, and I do run React in Docker just by itself to make it available on the web, but I think I use Nginx to actually make it loadable. So great question, and the answer to both is yes, but you'd have to use a wrapper for React, like some sort of web server in order to serve that React application. We can take a look at some of my Docker composes here. There shouldn't be anything crazy in here. Yeah, so I'm just using a reverse proxy, and I have HTTPS and HTTP open on it. Now if we take a look at the Docker file, just nginx latest, pulls in some keys, and I must be adding React in as a shared volume or something. Oh, I actually think I have it served up from its server. This is just proxying it. Let's take a look at that. Okay, yeah, so that's where I'm bundling React. I like Docker Compose. It lets me lump up all the needed services. Like I wanted to have my database lumped with my server here. And one of the things it does is make, so this Kynto game build, that is a React build. It's dumping in there. I have a whole build pipeline that's set up in Jenkins, but you don't have to do that. You can get by without doing that. Use like GitHub's code pipeline or AWS's code pipeline. I forgot what they call it. Now, that's one benefit to AI is it makes validating your Docker Compose files super easy. But yeah, great tool. Okay, let me grab this. All right, we're going to check out Claude Code specifically for Swift development. We're doing a build for the iPhone in order to do screen capture. So we've had to drop out of React Native, Expo. Web browser's not enough for mobile. We need to make use of Replay Kit, which lets us capture the screen and stream it. And I've written a simple RTMP service that we're going to tap into. That's going to push out to YouTube and Twitch and stuff. Get rid of OBS. Okay. It's been a pain to get through Replay Kit, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to take a look.
We can't do Android and iPhone with React Native.
You absolutely can. And I can pull that up right now, but there's specific things that you cannot do. So, what's it called? App.js. So if you take a look at this, like React Native's great, abstracts, having to deal with like the notification APIs and stuff, super clean. But when it comes to specific permissions, and this is specific to iPhone, such as, you know, doing a screen capture, because I want to capture what's on my screen, which is Kynto, with my camera. So I'm pointing my camera at something, I've got my avatars overlaid on the screen. The only way to do that on iPhone and iOS is to use Replay Kit, and that's only available in native apps, full native. You could technically write Swift inside of React Native, but you have to eject, so you can't use the Expo build pipelines. And at that point, it was just simpler for me to do what I need to do inside of Swift entirely. This isn't the right project. Let me see whether. I just want to give you an idea. It's, if you're familiar with the Reactor view, swiftui is actually pretty easy to pick up, relatively, because it's not like it used to be with a storyboard. It's a reactive development environment. It's you use state. I do a bad job explaining it, but it's worth taking a look at. Okay, yeah, this is my code here. And even though I'm dropping into native for the specific functionality, I'm almost kind of cheating in a way, because I'm using a web view to pull everything I've already built into this, and I'm just using the native app to give it more permissions, things that I wouldn't get in a web browser and things that I couldn't get in React Native, but I can get from this. And that's what all this nonsense is over here to get Replay Kit working. It'll be huge to have this working for me, because right now my Kynto streams are tied to the office, obviously. And well, I've done a couple of tests out in the city using my phone and webrtc streaming back to the house. The performance is kind of crap, but it's because this part of Florida is really bad cell service. I don't even know what to say. But I'd say for your uses, unless you're doing like screen capture, React Native all day. All day long. I don't know how it wants money already. What's going on with the PSP is the question here. Alright. And Susie Cat, your character should pop up in the PSP in a minute. There we go. As usual, I'm all over the place, but it results in interesting projects, so you're in the journey with me. Right, so I need to add money to this tool to even use it. It's kind of disgusting.
What's happening?
You were asking about the PSP? That's a little side project. But we're looking at Claude Code, which is an AI tool And I think it's part of my responsibility as someone that's been developing by hand for as many years as I have to see what other people are using to throw apps together. I'm not a huge fan. I actually enjoy coding. I get, I do get immense value out of just like AI helping me debug things, but having it generate giant chunks of code is a little bit off-putting, but let's see what it does. I have to figure out how to add money to it first.
That awesome.
Awesome. I'm glad you appreciate it. I'll be doing a little video on what it took to get this on the PSP. As you can see, it's not 100% like the avatars off the title, but it was hard enough getting it working, so I'm happy just to have it up. The last thing I want to do is pay for more subscriptions, but I don't really have a choice here to check this out.
You actually connecting everything to everything.
Susie Cat, I'm glad you can appreciate that. And yeah, 100%. I enjoy that. And it's cool getting to incrementally pull it together. Like if we had some folks actually chat in Twitch or Kick one day, you'd see that on the PSP as well. But, I'm here, I'm putting out what I'm doing to the internet, and appreciate you stopping by and noticing it. All right, I'm buying $5 worth of credits to try this out. If it can help solve the problem I'm dealing with, that'll be interesting. Ooh, I have to get a credit card.
That's just an app. But when they say we've never seen anything like this, you just got to figure out the refer there.
Okay. Where is everything? Let's see what we got here.
Me and my team building a tour guiding app. I'm doing front end with Next.js and I'm struggling with SEO structure in my app.
Interesting. Well, that's awesome. It's always good to have work. So I'm happy you've got that. But yeah, do you want to talk through like what your thoughts are on the structure thus far, or how you want it to be? Why does it want me to type my entire address? That's really weird. Is this one of your first Next.js apps? All right, so we have $5 now. So I'm gonna write a prompt. I'm quite familiar with writing pretty extensive prompts for AI, but not in a code stack format. So it's usually debugging or project ideation. So this will be a first. Come on, how do you shrink this window?
Yeah, it's my first Next and they're doing backend with Django and O for database. I wonder how to fetch tours as products with a loading in server side so Google index that when someone search tours.
Okay, and you've got a choice there because I know with Next.js, they're kind of pushing you to do static content generation to essentially generate all those pages for speed, so it's, you know, they can be served quickly. So I'm sure that's one of the things you're thinking about too, right? It's like, are you going to be doing it via static content generation, or are you going to be seeing what we can do to make it dynamic, which is traditionally like how I'm more used to things working. If you're doing static content generation, I'd imagine you'd have to fetch all the tours that are available and also the variants and generate all that. Have some sort of webhook to update or generate new entries.
Goblin Slayer says, what are you making?
Goblin Slayer, hello. I recognize the name. Welcome back. So tonight we're checking out Claude
Query
Code.
is my favorite tool to do these stuff, but it's make the file use client.
So Goblin Slayer, we're checking out Claude Code tonight. I'm trying to solve a specific problem to do screen capture on an iOS native application. So we can take all this work I've done here, bring it to the iPhone to have self-contained streams. So I've seen a lot of stuff about vibe coding and all that nonsense, so we're taking a look at some of the possibilities here. As someone who actually knows how to read the code it generates, I think it'd be interesting. As an experienced developer, I'd be at a disadvantage if I didn't keep on top of all the other tools that other people are using as well. All right, now we need to study the commands and how to actually use this. Hopefully your avatar is not obscured. So as you get. What's up, Dance? And folks, make sure you show your support for this stream so we can get some more visibility on this whole system here and get more people on. Appreciate that, thank you. Yeah, there we go. Look at us both dancing up there. And if you type the wardrobe command, it'll give you new clothing as well. Now hopefully we get enough people on to fill up the screen one day. That would be cool to see, wouldn't it? All right, so there's no command, you just kind of paste in your prompt once it's written. Oh my god, look how much tokens it's already using. That was probably $5 just to test this. Okay, so it's creating a streaming view controller and asked it to implement replay kit screen capture setup. Let's see, Xcode should pull some of this in, should automatically refresh.
I should go work, man. See ya.
Yeah, 100% Suzy Cat. Thank you for showing your support, and you got this. Okay, it's supposed to be generating an extension module, but I don't see that happening yet. Because I've already stubbed this all out in other projects, so I'm kind of comparing and contrasting what it's generating compared to what I did. And from what I know, replay kit, we have to use the control panel UI to trigger it, but we'll give it a go. All right, so it's writing code now. We just generated this. Interesting. Already seeing errors. Maybe it's not bundles. We'll check it in a second. Let's see it here. Oh, I should have specified not to use Foundation UI kit. Disgusting. Yeah, so you have to be very explicit. It also didn't ask me what version of this library I'm using. Maybe I pulled it, but this is a library that moves quick, and every single version breaks previous implementation before it, so I can already see some of this isn't going to work. Probably just wasted some money with this project, but we'll give it a go. Okay, so is adding app permissions that needed, because we do need at least 3 new permissions in order to use replay kit. This is picking that up. And we're stepping through each change. We're not just going to say yes to everything. Okay, so now it's deciding to use swiftui. Oh, that's because it detected that's what I'm using. Current content view does Swift. How long it's taken, I could be doing it. This is very funny. You'll see on YouTube there's like a whole wave of vibe coders, and they attract quite the following. If anyone has any recommendations and AI tools you'd like me to check out on stream, please let me know. I'm really surprised it didn't. I don't think it's going to build because you're supposed to build replay kit and it was looking at a separate module. So let's build it, see what it does. No, don't fail, not surprised. Okay. Got this body camera in front of the OK button. All right. Yeah, I see. It's completely out of. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Interesting. It's an interest in even pasting this in. Yeah, so I knew it was going to go down this route in the first place. I can't pronounce it. I don't know how to say this. HAI in kit. But major breaking changes per each version. This recent requires you to create an entirely new module which you embed as a target or in your target and are built with the project. And then they communicate over some sort of bridge. Where previously you could just lump it all in here. Let's take a look. Notification is the equivalent to an event in JavaScript.
Timelin says programming.
Yeah. So for the most part, I'm coding what you see on screen. Most system they're using to chat to me.
Hi.
Welcome to the chat. Hello. But tonight, we're testing out Claude Code for a specific problem I'm dealing with on a native app build. Typically, I code everything on this bloody keyboard, but you know, we're checking out the tools that are available. I think your name's Ahmed. Hello. This isn't even testable in the simulator, but whatever. Replay kit only works on a physical device. Ooh. I'm gonna have to grab a charger so we don't lose audio. Be right back. Looks like it's stuck in the loop. Looks like it's stuck in a loop. But let's plug in our power source. Yeah, I'm stuck in a loop. Was making some crazy simple mistakes. Okay, finally it's starting to dial in what we want here. And once again, yeah, we're just gonna spend $5 here, seeing it's totally useless here. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to terminate this test and switch over to the project where I actually have this working and it can see if it can help me finalize it. But this is insane. Look at this. maybe if I specify it to actually look at the function signatures of the library, so it's actually calling valid properties and methods. And it still didn't put it in a separate module, as it should have. Try out the dance command. Just type dance, you don't have to type anything before it. And if you type wardrobe, it'll change your avatar's clothing. I'm going to be keeping an eye on time tonight, folks, because my sleep schedule is currently destroyed.
Prakash Raj says hello, sir.
Prakash, hello, how are you? Hope you're well. We're about to bail out of this. This has been a fail of a test. Alright, we're bailing out. Let's try an actual project where it is working. Ah, boy. Dog's trying to crawl on me. It's not good. Oh, so we're not calling publish. Is that possible? The annoying thing, to reload Springboard on iOS requires restarting the phone each time. So not looking forward to that. There is a way to run commands directly on the iPhone, but YouTube, make sure you're showing your support for this stream, and yeah, show your support. Let's get more avatars on. I don't know about this. Uh-oh. Where did our... Okay.
I did at Ty says WA sup my guy, I am back.
What is up, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. Bring back the cars. Alright, let me see what I can do.
Bring back the car PLSSS.
Alright, let's give us a couple of cars. Just because you asked. Alright, we've got 4 cars we could pop in. We could also pop an ambulance in. It's a donut van. It's a stinky donut van actually, but I don't have that set up to drive yet. It is drifting. I'm not sure why it's not
LOL,
rotating
car
on
is
the
drifting.
screen. Interesting, it's not picking up my rotate commands. Alright, well we have drifting cars today. I could quickly reload, see if that picks it up. Now we just have 1 car drifting. I think that's acceptable. I must not be sending out rotate events over the socket connection. I'll decrease the latency on the YouTube chat. It's pretty slow right now. Interesting, you didn't move. Yeah, well, let me drop the latency on the YouTube chat. So it's going to disconnect it and then I'll reactivate it just so you don't have to wait as long.
We can't do Android and iPhone with React Native.
So the thing is, you actually jump when you chat now. I don't want you to make it clear who said it, but if you type jump, you should jump. Oh, you know what it is? You're off screen. Let me push this up a bit. There we go. Oh, where are you? Oh, here you are. Yeah, you jumped. Give me some ideas for commands to code. Like I can make it so you could fly, I could so you could float, so you could shrink, so you could grow. Just gotta give me some ideas and I'll code it. So funny story, set used to work. But then I was not allowed to use that art anymore and I've not coded it for this, but we could do that. Crawl. Ooh, I like that. I like lie down as well. That'd be pretty funny. Alright, I could do that. Alright, let's try it. Let's build. Might have to restart. Yeah, let's restart. All right, to do a command, we're gonna have to do a couple of things.
And drive car 2.
Ooh, You know, I could make it so you could actually become the car. That way the chat messages are attached to it and you can move it about. But what comes out of that is maybe you want to be any item. There's all sorts of different items. So that'd be a cool one. I think you could be a pizza. You could be a lamppost. I did code a light system. So you could be a light. Maybe that's an idea. We have to do some thinking how I would do that. And I think you should only be able to become the car if you're like, you know, I could gift you the car.
Crawl.
Like, all right, writing it down. I'm a teddy bear. Oh, I want to make it so I could be a light real quick. Let me see. Forgot how I even set this up. We're gonna have to take a look.
Size 1.
So you can shrink.
Yacht.
I like that. I was also thinking like maybe like a find command. So if you type like find apple, it makes your character walk all the way there. So it's easier to get to things. What do you think about that?
Fand car.
Yes. All right, we're gonna do a find command. It's gonna make like end up being like a little game out of this. I think that'd be a fun one to code. So the cool thing is technically I could actually code this and we could test it as I'm building it. Interesting. So you're saying I should add a place which shows all the commands and the uses. So are you thinking it should be like a pop-up on the screen? Like if you type help or something, or it displays every so often? Because it's kind of what I was thinking. Like have it show up on the actual screen here. Like something like, let me see. Show up on the actual screen here. Like something like, ooh.
Yeah.
All right. So what I could do is have this show like every so often, that way it's there. And also if you type help, it opens. So I think that's a good one. We might take a look at that real quick. Great ideas, I really appreciate them. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it so I can be a light real quick, and then we'll get to some code. Oh, where is it? Okay, it's there. What else do I want to be? Fire. And a car. Okay, so now if I reload, this should pop up.
Also make new maps.
Definitely. I'd like it if you could help me build some maps actually. But we definitely have some choices to some ones I've already made already for different ones.
Which has options like swim.
Ooh, you know we do have the ability to swim. Let me see. Not sure where my character is, hold on. Swimming. Could also be a drone, could maybe be a boat. Let's check out some other areas.
Swim.
All right, we gotta get you swimming. Well, I hope you learn how to code. Was around the age I started coding. Oh, interesting. It's not showing. Oh. Why? Definitely some opportunities to make some mini games here.
Bro, like add like if you try to walk on water instead of just walking on water, make it swim and add animation of swimming.
Definitely. Right now you tread water, so check this out. I have to become a human. So this is the current swimming behavior. You can see my screen at the top here. But what I'm going to do, because you had a good idea with the crawl, is we'll just apply the same sort of animation to swimming, and that'll work good. Oh, it could be a chess piece. The question is, why couldn't there be a light? Oh, I can. But it doesn't have the lighting effect, so I'm gonna have to code that.
There is no animation lol. Also add armor and animals that you can play with.
That's true, definitely could add an animation. Alright, so I can't be an I can be an animated item. Check that out. But for some reason it's invisible on my screen. Weird.
You add currency too.
Yeah, definitely. Like as people chat, you know, like the streams and stuff, you could get more currency. That'd be cool. That way you could become specific things, dress up your character. I like it. I'm testing this out before I code it, see what it would look like. I gotta test this on the phone.
Bro, did it crash or what? The command is not working.
Let's see. Your avatar might be stuck. I'm not sure why. Try type move down 4 and see if that makes you move.
Yashvir Gaming says hi.
Yashvir Gaming, hello, welcome.
What are you coding?
So I'm coding this system that you're talking to me through and you see on your screen. That's the main thing. I got it working on the PSP somewhat. Yashvir Gaming, what are you building? All right, I think you're stuck, sir. I'm gonna have to fix that. Here's a trick though. This is a command you don't know about. If you type warp in a specific tile, like 5, it should teleport you. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, am I stuck?
Yeah, you're stuck. That's not working.
LOL, time to fix commands.
You might not teleport, I just didn't. We have to see what the hell is going on.
Wrap 5. Brew PLS, fix your code.
I will do. This is the code that handles commands.
And it's not working, loudly crying face.
Oh, it'll work next stream. So I have to fix it. I wouldn't know unless you tested it. You're suffering for the better good of the whole project here.
Bro, your camera is not working.
Thank you. You're single-handedly holding together tonight's stream. So we're back up. You should be able to hear me now. I'm working on these fixes. All right, here's our commands. We'll start with that. Let's make this bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, still not big enough.
Hey man, what are you going to name the game?
That's a great question. So right now the project is called Kynto, Kynto. But what would you call it?
probably test the game.
Like, that's what we'd call the stream on YouTube. So you can check it out by typing in playkynto.com. We'll put it in the chat. Yep. Yep, it's built for web. So we're going to be pushing quite a few updates.
Okay, I am gonna play it.
Sweet. Yeah, you can build your own maps in it. If you build a cool one, we could use it for a stream.
Do I have to code for a map?
No, it's a good question too. So check this out. To build, I'm going to give you a quick little tour. So when you create a room, you just get this. And there's two things you can click to build the room. You can click tiles. You can just add tiles. You can also do a bunch of them at once, but it's kind of hard to not make a mess. And then on top of that, if you click this little block up here and go to catalog, you can see some of the items that are available. So like, here's a pot. So no coding required. And honestly, I could do a lot of work to improve it. So I welcome anyone that wants to test it.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, keep in mind any feedback. So when you see me on tomorrow or throughout the rest of the week, you can tell me, hey, fix this. I will fix it. And I'll be working on these chat commands and just getting everything working smoothly. So what I'll probably do is do a little bit of coding off stream, so I can test it thoroughly. All right, folks, make sure you're subscribed. I think I'm dropping off for the night. It's 2:47 a.m. And yeah, I've got a terrible sleep schedule right now. Looking to do something about that at some point. So I'm gonna eat some soup and bread.
Yo, can you
yeah.
add all the things I said?
Oh yeah, I'm adding them all. So let's just talk about the lists before I go off. So I'm gonna be adding some chat commands, ability to crawl, to lie down, to sit, and also to be an item or spawn as an item. A command to control your size, so you can be, you know, small or big. And then a find command, so you can type in find gold bar, and it'll make your character on the stream go find the gold bar or find the car. And I'm also going to fix the move commands so they work better. I think that's them, right? So folks, if you want to see this project being worked on and me taking this input and actually making it appear on the stream, so when you come on, this stuff works, make sure you're subscribed. And make sure you like it so more avatars come on. It's literally an experiment, you know. It's kind of cool you found this. Most people wouldn't have come across this, but you did. So that means you have to help. All right, I'm gonna shut this down, guys. Can I say how to create an account? Yeah, okay, let me go ahead and log out real quick. So you just click create account and you type the username you want. YouTube test. And I'm just gonna type password. And you just type an email. And then you click sign up and then it'll spawn you. And then you can pick your character or whatever. Close that. And then you want to go and click up here. Click this and create your own room. And that'll teleport you there. Well, that puts you at disadvantage. Even if you're on a cell phone, it should work. Do you use text to speech? How do you navigate the internet? That's pretty interesting.
Banana_nians joins stream new.
There you go. I think that's you. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm logging off for tonight.
Banana_nians says finally.
Lol, welcome. You are now literally in the stream.
Thanks. Move left 2.
You can just click the place you want to go.
Yeah, so when you're in the actual game, you have the ability to use your keyboard as well as just the mouse and literally click whatever you want. The commands are not hooked up to chat, but I will hook them up so you can trigger them in the chat. But yeah, it's a lot easier to move around, isn't it?
Any other questions before I log off for the night?
Hahaha. Yeah.
Knob.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome.
I'm going to work on those commands and I'm going to hook it up so you can actually use the commands in the game as well, because that'll be a good way to test it. All right, logging off. Cheers, everyone.
What the?
Yeah, if you type who, you can see where the people are logged in from. Like if they're on YouTube, if they're on the game, or if they're on Twitch, Discord, or Kick.
Bye.
Bye-bye.